Okay, now it is Self-Care Saturday on the sweet spot. And today we're going to dig in a little deeper on the power of the strong stand we've been making all week. All week long, we've been talking about this idea that how you stand is how you're going to win. If you are in a stand and you're in a strong stand, you are already a winner, my friend. I'm Dr. Derek Sweet. Thank you for joining me here on Self-Care Saturday on the Sweet Spot. And look, as a board-certified psychiatrist, I know quite a bit about standing because that's the work that I do, is to help folks be in the right stand for what they're trying to accomplish. And even for me, I have to be in the right stand every day. You know what? I'm in a stand for the sweet spot. And that's why I'm coming to you every single day, because that's my stand. So what's your stand? On Self-Care Saturday, I'm here to remind you that standing isn't always being on your feet. Sometimes you're standing on your focus. Sometimes you're standing in your faith. Sometimes you're standing your ground because life is just trying to bully you and move you around. And we've been talking all week about this principle that when life pushes, your purpose has to stand up. When the pressure rises, your character has to stand its ground. And when everything feels shaky, everything is going south, the unexpected, the bad news, something horrible happens, the strongest thing you can do, my friend, is stand. Being in your stand. Because around here, on the sweet spot, we know this. We believe this. When you stand, you win. But today, I want to remind you of something most people forget. It's Self-Care Saturday. So, hey, I want to tell you, sometimes the strongest stand you can make is standing still. The ancient wisdom put it this way: be still. Just be still. Learn to be still. There was a value in being still. Why would it say that? Because when we get still, we can get in touch with what's bigger than us. We can find perspective. We can find our true self in stillness. The word says, be still and know I am God, right? We find the divine when we slow down. And that's the stand I want to make with you today on Self-Care Saturday, is standing still. Because stillness is a stand. It's a refusal to rush. It's a resistance to the burnout culture that's all around us, that's telling us we've got to keep moving. It's a resistance to the constant barrage of running around and running around. Listen, I live in a city that prides itself on not sleeping. It's called the city that never sleeps. But when you're in a stand for stillness, you're telling the world, I move when I'm ready, not when I'm pressured. How about that? That you take back control when you are in a stand. And you say, I'll move when I'm ready, not now. I'm not going to move just because you pressure me or say that I have to do it this way. So let me ask you right now, where in life have you been standing, but not standing still? Where have you been so busy standing up for everybody else that you forgot to stand up for yourself? Remember our old podcast on the 3 most important people? Me, myself, and I? Where have you forgotten these 3? And where have you been standing firm on commitment, but shaky on self-care? Remember, my friend, self-care is not selfish. It's not weakness. Self-care is one of the strongest strategies you could employ for your longevity. You will live longer. if you build in self-care. So be a stand for that. Be a stand that you're going to take that 30 minutes out or whatever to care for you. Think about the language we use. We stand up for yourself, stand firm in your truth, take a stand for what matters. But what if today the stand that matters most is stillness? You never hear stand for stillness. We rarely even hear stand still anymore. But that's what it's about on Self-Care Saturday here on The Sweet Spot. It's a reminder to you that you're a living, breathing being, that you matter, that your physiology matters, your blood pressure matters, your heart matters, your brain matters, every part of you matters. And it gets better when you take a moment to be still, breathing, resting, honoring your values, honoring your body, honoring your mind, and honoring your spirit without overextending yourself. You know, when you stand still, when you're in a stand for stillness, what you're saying to your brain is this: I'm worth protecting. I'm worth resting. I'm worth my own care. And the brain, the neuroscience confirms it. Did you know that there's a whole nervous system in your body called the parasympathetic nervous system? And that's your body's rest and recovery mode in the brain? It's what's responsible. This parasympathetic nervous system is responsible for slowing down your heart, relaxing your muscle, and helping your mind clear. So when you get still, here's the beauty about it. We are fearfully and wonderfully made creatures. And God has so designed us, the universe has constructed us so that we have a parasympathetic nervous system that is honored and helps us when we stay still. So stillness isn't weakness. It's a powerful restorative practice that will help you be well, that will help your body heal and recover. So here's your Self-Care Saturday challenge, my friend. Where do you need to stand still today? Do you need to draw like a boundary for something or against some pressure or someone? Maybe it's just saying no to some things. You know, when you say no to some things, you're actually saying yes to yourself. Maybe it's maybe you need to just sit in silence today for 15 minutes, 10 minutes, long enough to hear your own heart again, long enough to listen to your body and try to hear what your body is saying. The body is always speaking to us, but when we're so busy in motion, we have no idea what it's saying. So look, whatever your practice of stillness is, I'm going to leave that to you. Just stand still long enough to feel your own strength coming back. Just be still. Be still and know. Be still and understand. Be still and connect. Connect to the Most High. Connect to God. Connect to that self that you've been ignoring. You deserve these minutes. You deserve this time, okay? So because standing still is still standing, and around here we know this truth: when you stand, you win. It's that simple. When you stand, you win. And when you're standing still, you're still standing. All right, now, this is Dr. Derek Smith. Thank you so much for joining me this week. This has been a rich week of us understanding the power of being in a stand. I look forward to you joining me tomorrow on Slow Down Sunday, when we close this masterpiece we've been creating together on standing. We close it out. For those of you who would like to learn more and connect with me more, please hit subscribe on the YouTube, and then join me. Join me on LinkedIn or join me on Instagram. Love and blessings. This is Dr. Sweet, and please care for yourself today.